So, personal accountability. How do you hold yourself personally accountable for your business, for what's important in your life, and kind of what are you up to around this world? So, hey, everybody, Chef Katrina, welcome to the Chef's Table. So, this morning, I'm both feeding your mind and we're talking about like building blocks for business. So, it is a fork and spoon kind of day for all of us here. So, the question I'm often asked is, how do you have personal accountability? How do you hold yourself personally accountable for what you're up to in business? And here's the thing: when I first got started online, way back when in the day, um, personal accountability wasn't something that was on my radar. Honestly, it wasn't something I knew how to do. It wasn't something that I was born with. I understood fundamentally what I needed to do to like get up, go to work every day, be on time, all of that wonderful stuff. But when you get into the world of online marketing, when you transition from the world of going from a corporate job or a job in general, and you take on the world of internet marketing and you're building maybe out a network marketing business or a home-based business, or you're starting your own company or whatever that looks like, there is the sense of personal accountability. One of the things you'll find is that there's nobody to answer to. There's nobody to ask permission from. There's nobody to say, hey, can I have the day off? Or, hey, I need to go do something. Or did I do this right? Did I do this correctly? And a lot of the times we are conditioned that we should always be asking if we're doing something right? See, did it again. And it is this mentality that I think is the hardest, that I know for me personally was the hardest to break. Breaking the mentality of asking permission to do things, asking if I was doing something right, became something I had to break. It became an action or a set of standards that I had to overcome in the early part of being an entrepreneur, because I was so used to asking. I was so used to getting immediate validation. I was also so afraid that if I had done something wrong, I would be fired. So on the flip side of that, I was just as afraid when I got into the world of online marketing of screwing things up, that I would be, basically boot off the digital state. I don't even know how to put that really. But that was kind of my thinking, right? It's like, how am I able to sustain or even build a business online when I don't know if I'm doing it right? Well, if I don't know how I'm supposed to be doing it, right? So then that leads us down the path of buying all these courses, all these trainings, and we start following people that we see an ad for, or we start following people because somebody recommends it to us, right? And we start going down this rabbit hole of trying to find information to make sure we're doing things right on the internet. We're trying to find the reasons that, did I build my business the right way? Did I make a mistake? Was I wrong in how I'm doing this? And that uneasiness in the beginning of our entrepreneurial journey actually could be what takes you out, could be what prevents you from continuing on this journey, because you're not getting the approval that you need fast enough. And unfortunately, approval is also sought by how many viewers are watching, how many likes did I get, how many comments did I get. And when you look at that for feedback on how well our business is doing in the world of internet marketing. But here's the thing, this is a lot of farce. There's a lot of untruths in the world of how many people are seeing this. We don't control who watches our lives. We don't control who it gets delivered to. That's all done by a computer that's running an algorithm that says who and what people should be watching and seeing. And so inside of that, we look to social media as we build our business as validation that we're on the right path to building our business, when that's actually an untruth. Social media in general is not going to tell you how well you're building your business. What is going to tell you how well you're building your business is the dollar amount in your bank account. See, the dollar amount in your bank account is actually going to tell you how well your business is doing. How well are you using the tool? Because in reality, social media, this tool, these videos that I'm doing are nothing more than a tool teaching you how to build a business. So if you guys are just jumping on with me for the first time, say hello. Or if you guys are jumping in at all, just say hello. Let me know where you're coming in from. But it's so important to understand that this is this is nothing more than a way to communicate, and the effectiveness of your communication is not reliant upon how many people are seeing what you're saying. It's about how are you showing up in your message and being delivered. And then trust yourself to just continue delivering that message, whether people show up here live or not, right? You're looking for validation from a machine, and that's not what's going to make the difference, right? That's not what's going to grow and build your business. It's the dollar amounts that are in your account. And I really think that we have this belief that, if we don't show up on social media, if I don't get 100 likes, if I don't have 5,000 followers or 10,000 followers, then I'm nobody. But here's the thing. You can show up on social media with 1,000 people, be making good money. You could be banking. It's not the fact that you are have a huge following that makes a difference. It's how are you serving the following? What is the message you're communicating? Are you selling something to them? Are you letting them know that you have a business that you're a part of, and they can either decide to purchase it or not purchase it? Do they know that you're educating and training people? I mean, at the end of the day, social media, this is a marketing tool. And if you understand how this tool actually works, then you stop looking at the numbers. You stop looking about who's commenting on your post. You stop looking at that and just go, who am I serving and how am I showing up for that? So one of the secrets I want to reveal to you, and it was given to me by a friend that passed away this year. His death hit me pretty hard because he was actually my first mentor in the world of understanding how to do personal accountability, how to use a tool like a Facebook Live and in YouTube and Pinterest, and how to use these tools to grow and expand my business without getting sucked into them, right? How do you manage your time around how you're using these, right? Do you really need to be on social media 24/7? Do you really need to see how many people like and love you and comment on your things? Or are you willing to just be who you need to be and utilize this as a tool of communication more so than anything? So one of the things, and his name is Doug DiMercurio, incredible man. We met because we're both chefs and we were in the digital marketing space. And one of the things that he challenged me to do was take on a challenge. He goes, if you're in business and you don't know what your business is supposed to be and you don't know your end game, then why are you in business? A lot of the times we get into companies and businesses and we're like, oh, well, I just want to hit the next rank advancement, or I just want to make $10,000 this month, or I just want to do this. And trust me, I had those same goals, right? When I first started out, I was like, oh my gosh, I can do this. But what I discovered was that the accountability was the key factor. What was I consistently doing? And so the question I have for you, and for you to write down and actually look at, is like, what is your 30-day game plan for your business, right? Writing out a business goal, having a business objective, knowing that you're going to want to make money, knowing that you're going to want to impact people, knowing that you're going to want to serve people is part of your being on business and utilizing tools like social media. So one of the things that Doug says is that you've got to be tracking what you do. You want to gamify, I guess you can say, what it is you're doing. So you want to know what activities are the ones that are going to move your business forward, right? What are the things that you need to do every single day that just move the business forward? Remember, we talk about that as the fork, right? What are you feeding you? What are you feeding yourself? But in the background, when you stay consistent, when you know your goals, when you have your goal and you know what you're building your spoon with, you know what the end goal, what it is that you're building for your business, that's going to make one of the biggest differences for your business. So I have actually put together for myself, I call this my daily tracker. Now, do I do everything on this tracker every single day? No, but I know that these activities over a longer period of time, right? If I continue taking on these activities, if I do these activities for the next 30, 60, and 90 days, these activities are going to produce a result that I'm unable to see in front of me right now, right? These activities are what's going to move my business forward. So if on here, one of my activities is post to social media, then I know that if I consistently do that every day, whether people show up to view live or not, whether people comment or like on it, I'm not showing up just for them. I'm showing up for myself and my business. I'm showing up for how I want to be seen in the world of digital marketing, because this is digital marketing. It is a marketing tool that is digitally available to us. It's replaced our newspapers. It's replaced most of our information out there. So this is where, how are you showing up? But Doug said something else that was really interesting to me. He goes, you can lie on this. You can put this together and you can, be accountable for your day activities. And then there's a power list that you also work off of. It's 5 things that are critical to move your business forward. So there are your daily activities that once you streamline this and know what you're doing, there are 5 critical things on your power list that move your business forward. And if you guys want to learn more about that, there's a 5-day challenge that's coming up that I invite you in, where we dive deeper into what a power list is and how it can help you exponentially move your business faster. So if you want information about that, let me know. But the other thing that he said is that, well, you can be personally accountable here, What you actually need on the flip side of that is to be accountable to a community. So not only do I report to myself with my daily activities, but now I'm held accountable to report this to a community of other entrepreneurs, individuals, and show them what it is I'm actually doing. Because see, I don't want to fail my team. I might fail myself. I might say to myself, well, I don't need to show up, or that's not important. But usually we don't want to let people down. And in not letting people down, we're going to do something on this activity, and then we're going to be posting it. And it's not to shame ourselves, it's to hold ourselves accountable. And like I tell my team of entrepreneurs, because I work with a group of entrepreneurs, and we're doing this right now. We're actually doing a 90-day business sprint, right? And so over these 90 days, the activities that I'm doing here, I use in my Pinterest ad agency. I use this in my my building out of my team. I use this for my for anything I can do for my life, everything that goes on here, because this is what's important to me. And I know these things are going to change how I live my life over the long period of time, right? We call this the compound effect. You might have heard something that's called the compound effect. There's a great book by Jeff Olson called The Slight Edge, again, that dives into this. Hey, Kai, good to see you. Cousin from the Netherlands. I always love when my international family shows up with me. So this is the key, right? You want to be able to track your results. So get and put together a point tracker. Give yourself and reward yourself for points for activities that you're doing. Inside of that, work with a group of people that you're reporting to or responsible for, so that you can look at how are you showing up, right? Is there somebody on your team that needs a little more help? Is there somebody that's falling behind? Who can you work with to support, to make sure that you're working together to achieve what you want to achieve in your business, in your life? I've seen this done for personal goals. I've seen this done for business goals. Like the background of this, the recipe of this works. And it's applicable to anything you choose to make this worthy of. Whether you're doing this for your kids for chores, whether you're doing this for your business, whether you're doing this for your health, whether you're doing this for your family. This method of choosing the activities that you're going to be doing, giving yourself points for completing those activities, and then reporting that to a group of individuals to be held accountable is one of the fastest ways that you can successfully build, grow, and move your business forward. So this is one of the biggest secrets. Honestly, the moment I started putting this into play, once I started understanding how this psychologically works, everything started to shift in my business. I had got more productive. I was able to start shortening the time frame in which I was on social media. I started being able to complete what I needed for business earlier in my day, giving me more time to spend with my family and friends. And so mastery of these tasks, and then being able to report it and be accountable to a group of individuals really was one of the biggest game changers that even today, when I share this with my team and I say, hey, we're doing a 90-day run, they're like, sign me up, because they know, having done it themselves over the last several years, the difference it makes for their business by having this game and plan, and knowing that together, they and I, right, will successfully build the next level of our business, having broken this down into either 30, 60, or 90-day increments. So that's the biggest secret I can share with you, is personal accountability can't be just with you. Personal accountability needs to be what it is that you're doing, the points that are assigned to it just for gamification, and then reporting that number with having a reward at the end of it. What's at the end of these 90 days? What is it you want to achieve? What's the reward for achieving this? What is the discipline that you're developing? And then what happens if you don't make it, right? What's at the end of that? And typically, the fact that you've done this for 90 days, showed up for 90 days, is probably one of the biggest blessings you can give yourselves, because that raises a level of belief that may or may not exist. So if you guys want to learn more about, how do you be accountable? How do you get access to this type of accountability? If you want to learn more about the power list that I shared with you and saying, hey, how do I take a power list? How do I take what you're sharing with me right now? What is it that I can do to learn about this power list? So there's a link down below. I just put it on the bottom. It's scrolling. It's thechefkatrina.com/freedom. This is a challenge for entrepreneurs that are looking to build a laptop lifestyle that want the ability to work from home or travel the world or be wherever they want, or they're just looking for a side hustle, a little bit of income, looking for a way to build a business that aligns with who they are and how they're using this incredible tool called social media. So this challenge is an incredible opportunity. I love how much it's moved my business forward. That's why I'm recommending it, because it's had such a massive impact for how I've been growing my business, the profiting I'm making, the ability to start bringing on new team members into my business. All of that has been a possible because of this challenge. It is Monday through Friday. It is an hour a day. It is training. It is education. It's actionable education, something you're actually going to leave with value and take into your business the moment you learn this. And I think that's what makes this such an interesting challenge to be a part of, this freedom challenge, because it's freeing your mind to allow for you to become the best version of yourself and in your business. So I invite you to join me in this challenge. It's starting up next week. It's amazing. So join me. Let's dive into this. And I hope you guys are all having an amazing day. Thank you for joining me here at the Chef's Table, where we are talking about building a business, feeding your mind, feeding others, and how you're showing up in the world of social media. So with that, everybody, I hope you're having a fabulous day, and we'll see you tomorrow at the Chef's Table. Have a good one, everybody.